Welcome to OptinexTech. In this tutorial we'll build a dynamic and customizable menu component in React. In this video, we'll cover key topics including handling menu visibility, managing outside clicks, rendering dynamic menu items, customizing design, and following best practices for structuring your React components. By the end of this tutorial, you'll have a professional, fully customizable menu that seamlessly opens and closes with a button click and looks great in any application. Now, let's dive into the code. We have already created React app. In that, create new folder named menu inside components folder of src. In that, create two files, index.jsx for component logic and menu.css for custom styling. Moving to JSX file, first, we import useEffect, useRef, and useCallback hooks from React. Additionally, we import the associated CSS to style the menu. Then we create functional menu component which accepts three props, is menu open, a boolean that determines whether the menu is visible, set as menu open, a function to control the menu's visibility, menu items, an array of menu items. We also define a menu ref using useRef to get a reference to the menu's DOM element. Then we define a handle click outside function using useCallback so that it only gets recreated when set as menu open changes. This function checks if the click was outside the menu by comparing the event target with menu ref. If the click was outside, it sets as menu open to false, closing the menu. Then write useEffect which handles adding and removing the event listener for detecting clicks outside the menu. When the menu is open, the mouse down event listener is added to the document to track clicks. When the menu is closed, the event listener is removed. On cleanup, we ensure that the listener is always removed. We return div element acts as the container for the entire menu component of class name menu container. We also use the ref attribute here to attach the menu ref reference. We use conditional rendering here. The unordered list that contains the menu items is only displayed if as menu open is true. The menu list's visibility is managed dynamically and a CSS class is applied depending on whether the menu is open. Then, we iterate over the menu items array using map function. For each item, we render an list item with a unique key. Each menu item has a click handler, which both closes the menu via set as menu open function and triggers any action specific to that menu item using item.onClick function. If an icon is provided for a menu item, it's rendered inside a span with the class menu item icon. Each item also renders a label, making the menu both functional and visually clear. Finally, we export menu component to use in other parts of application. In CSS file, we begin by styling the menu container class. It's set to position relative to anchor the absolutely positioned menu list inside it. The display inline block ensures the trigger button and menu align properly. The menu list class is positioned using absolute, anchored to the bottom of the trigger button by setting top 100%. It's styled with a white background, box shadow for depth, and rounded corners. We added top margin and some padding. The Z index is set to 1000 and width to 180 pixels. We use transition for smooth opening, closing animations. The hidden class makes the menu invisible by setting opacity 0 and slightly shifting it upwards using transform. Pointer events none ensures that it doesn't interfere with clicks when hidden. Each menu item is styled for a clean look with adequate padding and a consistent font size. We use display flex and align items center to align any icons and text neatly. The transition effect makes the hover and active state smooth. The hover state changes the background color to a light gray and the text color to blue for an interactive feel. The active state, when clicked, changes the background color to a slightly darker gray. The menu item icon provides spacing between the icon and label with margin right. We also set font and color. For keyboard navigation, the focus state ensures items have the same color change as the hover state and removes the default outline for a cleaner appearance. We start by importing the useState hook from React and two components, button and menu. The button will trigger the opening and closing of the menu. We set up a state variable as menu open using useState, initialized to false. This state will control whether the menu is open or closed. Next, we define menu items as an array of objects. Each object represents a menu item with properties, label, on-click action, and an associated icon. Then add a heading as dynamic menu component. We include the button component, which triggers the opening and closing of the menu. The onClick function toggles the isMenu open state between true and false, allowing us to control the visibility of the menu. Finally, we add the menu component, passing three props: isMenu open, the current state that determines if the menu is visible; set isMenu open, a function to update the isMenu open state; menu items, the array of menu items defined earlier. Now our development is completed. Let's see the demo. We start with a simple page that contains a button labeled Open Menu. When we click on this button, a drop-down menu appears, displaying three options: Profile, Settings, and Logout, each with their corresponding icons. This menu is dynamic, which means clicking on any of these options will trigger an action. For example, clicking on Profile shows an alert with a message saying Profile clicked. The same happens for Settings and Logout. Additionally, the menu automatically closes if you click outside of it, ensuring a smooth and professional user experience. This is achieved using an event listener that detects clicks outside the menu container. The overall design is sleek, with smooth transitions for the menu drop-down and hover effects on the menu items, making it user-friendly and visually appealing. In this setup, you can easily customize the items, icons, or even actions associated with the menu items without any hassle. And that wraps up our dynamic and customizable menu component, which can be used in any React app. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Stay tuned for upcoming components.